seeing the reactions on social media from everywhere, from people I don't even know, but more importantly, my friends who are directly affected by this. I just couldn't let this go without bringing it up. I've been kind of off of social media for a little bit, and took a break. And to be quite honest with you, man, it's been the last 2 or 3 weeks have been pretty peaceful. I'm not scrolling through a bunch of shit memes and bullshit political posts, which either I like because I agree with it, or it just enrages me and disappoints me in the person that posted it because I disagree with it. And, so take a break from social media. And then I come back and, I just didn't feel kind of bad for saying this, but I just didn't know much about the George Floyd murder until I got back on social media, because I just don't really follow news all that much because I don't know. I just wasn't following news or anything for a while, and then seeing the reactions from my friends, just it killed me. And like I feel bad because I didn't bother like reaching out to any of them, making comments, messaging them. I didn't like or love or any of that stuff, any post, and I feel bad. I don't know why I didn't do it, but I think that's part of like my fear of speaking out, and it kind of kills me because I want to be that, I want to be that that example for my son, that you got to stick to what you believe, and you got to be there for other people. We have to help each other, and you have to maybe sometimes put aside your fear and follow your heart and voice your opinion on something that matters, and more importantly, that matters to the people you love and care about. And for any of my friends that are listening, I'm going to just apologize right now for if I seem like I've been distant, uninvolved, or even if I came off as uncaring, because I think my friends that know me pretty well, they know that I'm none of those things, that I do care deeply about this kind of thing. But I just want everyone to know that, I just have been absent a little bit from social media. But now that I have this platform, I'm probably going to be more vocal, but at the same time, not as emotional about it. Because when I get emotional, when I get mad, I get fucking pissed, and I can tell you right now that there's plenty of times where I've gone on social media and just said some crazy shit, because it's easy to do when you got, you're able to say what you want to say to whoever at the palm of your hands. You just pull it up, get your thumbs going, express your view, bam, you sent it. But I don't want to do that anymore. I want to have conversations. I want to have conversations with people who don't agree with this whole Black Lives Matter movement, because I want to try to make them understand what this movement is about. And I'm going to bring up something real quick, that I was at a grocery store maybe about a few days ago, had my mask on and everything, was checking out, and this white guy was like, I guess, trying to make conversation with me, I guess because he thought I was white. I would just kind of buddy up with him and everything. But he started saying like, oh, man, all this stuff going on with all these looters and stuff, might have a civil war going on in our hands or something. And like all this BLM stuff, should be ALM. And I just stood there leering at him. He goes, you know what I'm talking about, right? The BLM, the Black Lives Matter. It should be all lives matter. And right then and there, I just thought to myself, dude, you poor, misguided, ignorant fuck. You just don't get it, do you? It's not, this wasn't, Black Lives Matter isn't because it's only Black Lives Matter. It started because black people have been murdered, unarmed, by the people who were supposed to be protecting them, protecting us. And what better way to get people's attention is by saying Black Lives Matter. And what they mean is that not just Black Lives Matter. Yes, all lives matter. Yes. But more importantly, black people have been the ones who are getting murdered for hundreds of years at an alarming rate. So that is why I'm going to say we use the term Black Lives Matter, because it feels that in this country that it seems like people think that black lives don't matter because police keep killing unarmed black people and no justice has been served. I can't think of any police officer that has served time for that murder, for any of that. And another thing is that I can't think of many white people who were unarmed that were murdered by police. So think about that for a while. Do some research. Maybe start thinking to yourself, Black Lives Matter. Huh? Why did they say that? Google something, for God's sakes. Don't just, form an educated opinion on this, and come back, and then let's go from there, and try to have a better conversation. All right. I think that's going to be it. But I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head right now that I want to discuss. But I hope this was a good episode for everyone. I hope people listen. I hope this gains attention for everyone to kind of think more about what's going on. How we can change, how we can help each other. I think the massive protest and everything that has happened is a great start. It's a great start, and I hope that our athletes that we look up to in sports continue to be there and continue to help lead us out of this darkness in this country that's been happening for forever. Thank you for listening. I hope this episode wasn't too bad for everybody. I just wanted to voice my opinion on this and talk about this because it's a very important subject. It's important to myself, to my family, and I'm trying to raise my son to have a better understanding of what's going on so that he knows what goes on. Thank you to Don't Mind Dying. The music you're hearing at the beginning and the end of this podcast. If you like the music you've heard, they have more. They have other songs that you'll love. Go check them out. There you can find them on iTunes. Don't Mind Dying. And also, if you like, you want to get at me, you want to let me know about your opinions or something, shoot me an email at sportscognition@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. At Twitter, you can find me at SportsCogPod. Give me a follow, give me a shout, let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation. Let's be intelligent, but let's let our passions fly, and let's talk about this and try to figure out a solution as best as we can. please subscribe wherever you get your podcast. If you like this, subscribe, rate, review. Give me a great review if you would, please. I'd really appreciate it. It helps get the attention out to other people who are interested in this podcast as well. And then if you don't like it, then just shoot me an email at sportscognition@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, like I said before, at SportsCogPod. And then we'll talk about it. Let's keep the negativity between us, because there's so much negativity out there in the world right now. We need more positivity. So if you like it, if you like the podcast, let everyone know about it. Thank you so much again for listening. Next week I'm hoping to have a guest on. We'll see about that, but thank you again for listening, and good night.